Good evening, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to our first video recording of a faculty meeting. I want to first draw your attention to our staff meeting agenda. I will be adding this Google Doc to our Hickok Hub so that people can refer back to it, and we will use the staff meeting agenda document for all of our meetings for the school year. Here it is. Here is our agenda for this evening, and I promise to keep it under 30 minutes. I do want to talk about my reason for choosing a video format. We are going to talk a little bit, number 2 and 3 are Hickok Hub items. I just want to remind everybody about the Hickok Hub and the parking lot. I'd like to provide a quick update on our custodians, how they're doing, and what you can expect. The bulk of our faculty meeting is to recap some of the things we did in our teacher report weeks, the 2 weeks before school started. Carrie Ochoa has a follow-up on morning meetings, and she's created a resource for teachers who are starting to implement the different elements of morning meetings. And then Carrie Gaskill has a video to recap and review and encourage everybody to go into those brain breaks, the active schools PD that we attended at Ulysses High School, and start working those into your classrooms. So those are some extra videos that we will be watching. And then, of course, there's part 1 and part 2 faculty meeting videos. They have to be 15 minutes or shorter because I'm using an interesting program. So I'll talk about that in just a second. We're also going to talk a little bit about quarantine students and what that means for teachers, and if we have time, a quick peek into our Google Calendar and some of our upcoming events. So, a video format, 2 reasons. The first reason is I just thought it was more appropriate right now to allow you guys to watch at your own convenience in a location that you are most comfortable. Finding a place big enough that has enough distance is difficult, and more importantly, a lot of us have morning duties right now that don't allow us the flexibility to be somewhere from 7:30 to 8. So I thought a video format would be a convenient way to get the information across, and everybody has flexibility to watch on their own. The other reason I wanted to try this, and probably more importantly, is I'm using a program called Screencast-O-Matic. It is free, and it allows me to record my screen as well as provide my face. And I think this would be a program or a method that some of you might find useful as you start to reach out to students who are absent for multiple days. It's called Screencast-O-Matic. It is free as long as your videos are 15 minutes or less, which is why I've had to make our faculty meeting in a series of 4 videos because I didn't want to go over the 15 minutes. Ours aren't even going to get close to 15-minute videos. So I'm trying to model a method that some of you might try to use in these upcoming days with students who become absent for multiple days in a row. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started real fast. Number 2 and number 3, the Hickok Hub and the parking lot. I just want to remind everybody how they find the Hickok Hub. It's located in your Google Drive, and I just go to my home page, and in the search, I type in Hickok Hub, and it will pop up. It's been shared with you, so it's in there. And you'll recognize it. Here it is. You probably remember it from the beginning of our school year, and we dealt with a lot of these items on the far left. We're moving into these other areas now that the school has gotten started. And you'll notice that I refer to the Hickok Hub a lot, and I continue to add documents that I think are documents that you might want to access over and over and over. So for example, the office messages link is right here under building info, and that's where the secretaries are adding those end of school messages. By the way, we will not add to those after 3:15. We'll call you directly for those last minute messages, but if everybody could make that a habit to check these office messages for changes in pickup and student after school needs. At any rate, it's here in the Hickok Hub, and it's a good place for you to find it. I've added the FastBridge information in here. This is where you can access the information that Carrie Ochoa is going to share with you. Carrie Gaskill's will talk about brain breaks. It's just a really good place to house all of the different documents that we're talking about. If you're looking for the master schedule or the club schedule or the para schedules, it's all going to be in here. So I hope the Hickok Hub has proven to be helpful to you. inside the Higgok Hub is our parking lot. I wanted to remind everybody that as questions continue to come up and people need answers, I want you to feel comfortable using that parking lot. We had a faculty member ask me today if we could sit down and answer some questions that her team has. And I think, of course, we should do that. But at the same time, let's start with the parking lot, because I wonder if the questions from that team are questions that a lot of teams have. So if we can put questions in the parking lot, other people can see the answers, and then everybody can get the same questions taken care of. So I encourage everybody to reutilize that parking lot. Okay, back to our agenda. Our custodians. Okay, I had a good sit-down meeting with our custodians, and they are hardworking ladies. Elita, Ermelia, and Karina are very aware of their increased need to be extra thorough in their cleaning. And here's what we talked about in terms of expectations in your classrooms. They will be cleaning your classroom 1 time a day. They are on a rotation. And when they are in your classroom, they will empty trash. They will wipe down cleared surfaces such as counters, tables, and student chairs. They will mop, do a quick mop on the floor. They're very aware of breakfast in the classroom and spilled milk. And they will be vacuuming the carpets. So those are the things you can expect to have done. If your room is cleaned up and cleared off, they will wipe down surfaces that they can get to. They want to sweep the floor. They want to go ahead and mop it. They're very aware of that increased need. So if your room is not meeting your expectations, please let me know, because these ladies are very willing to listen to constructive criticism and needs. The other thing is they are cleaning the bathroom several times a day. They want us to remember that we as a school are using a lot more paper towels and a lot more soap. And so if those devices are empty, it's not because they aren't checking them. It's probably because there's an increased use and they're not getting them filled as quickly as they need to. So all it takes is a little communication and they will get right to it. If you have special needs or requests, just let me know and I can relay it to them. Tina Ochoa is great at helping us translate, but those ladies are anxious to serve our school and they're doing a really great job. So just let me know if things aren't looking quite right and I will see what we can get done there. Okay, so with that, I'm going to end faculty meeting part 1. And I would like everybody to go into number 2 video clip, which is information from Carrie Ochoa. She is going to talk about morning meetings, which are key to creating a positive culture in your classroom. I should add quickly that you may close out this video and then go ahead and watch Carrie Ochoa's, and go ahead and click in and watch Carrie Gaskell's as well. And when you finish those 2 videos, please click on Faculty Meeting Part 2, where I will finish up when we talk about quarantine students and upcoming events.